A lot of people recently asked me how I do these videos. They're pretty easy. I'll go through a couple main steps with you and make your life a little bit easier. I use a program called CapCut. It's a free program. The phone that I have is a Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. I used to use an iPhone, and the program works virtually the same for both operating systems. So start by downloading that. So step number one, film your video. Pretty easy to do. Be aware of your backgrounds. Get a light. I have a ring light behind. You can have other lighting from like out this direction or out that direction. Lighting is the most important thing. When I turn the light off, you can see what I look like. It's dark. I mean, the camera's still good, I guess. It's crisp, but it looks a lot better with the light on, right? So, on my desk, I've got a couple of lights set up so that on Zoom calls they look good and stuff too, or try and look, better than I actually am, you know what I mean? Step two is you kind of got to plan out your video, whatever your message is. Having space around you is nice if you want to add like graphics here or here or here, or you want to put any text right across the bottom here. That's easy stuff to do, but you got to plan out your video. I've also bought this $12 microphone, which makes me sound substantially better than the crappy phone microphone that I have on my phone. This is what I sound like without the microphone. This is what I sound like with the microphone. You can clearly hear the difference. There's my ring light that holds my phone whenever I take video, but I've maybe gone a little overboard. I've gotten a big backdrop that I have set up here in the office. When you get into CapCut, it loads like this. You can hit the blue New Project button. It'll bring up your videos. You can select a couple. I always click the HD in the bottom left and then add them in. Once you get here, there's a couple things that, there's a whole bunch of tools across the bottom that you can use, and the tools expand when you actually click on the video. There's different tools for the video specifically. So a lot of what I do is I'll click the video, I'll split the video, and I'll delete some of the video. To make best use of time, really, is the reason I do that. I don't want the videos being too long. So text is a big one. Text and stickers, you can see them in the bottom. When you click on the text, you can add text at any point. Test text. And then you can click with your thumb and move it around. It gives you a line, and your phone should vibrate when you get to the center so that you can have that centered all the time. If you click on the style button, you can actually change the actual font and the color, etc. You can add shadow. You can align it a certain direction. Effects is basically, it just changes the style of the font. Some preset type of stuff. Animation, so this is how the text will actually show up. So let's make this a bit bigger. Let's say we want to throw it in there. That looks pretty good. In the bottom you can see the timeline of the transition, so you can adjust that accordingly. So if you want a really slow transition, it'll take
the lighting, the microphone,
a long time for that to get in, or you can make it really quick. When you want your animation out, same thing, click on the out button and you can set it to whichever transition works best for you, or you think looks the best. Loop is
the lighting, the microphone,
in the middle. So you can control how quickly this thing
the lighting, the
loops.
microphone, the lighting, the microphone.
It's kind of cool. Can be pretty cool in some videos.
The lighting, the microphone.
Preview it, that's exactly what it looks
like. The
phone. Same kind of thing applies with stickers. So you can import a sticker from your camera by clicking the left where it has the little image icon, or you can choose one of them that are preset from CapCut. So let's just say I wanted to add that as a sticker. Again, you can kind of drag and stretch out to have it show up the entire time. You can add animations to that as well, just like we did with the text. And then I always like adding audio, so you can click audio, and CapCut has a whole bunch of sounds that are like DMCA free, copyright protected type of stuff, where you can use it on all of your videos without your videos being taken down. So let's say I wanted to add this one in there. Now, if it's a bit too loud, you can always turn down the volume. Whenever I'm talking, I like to have this at like 10.
A little bit on the gear.
So you can still hear it in the background, but my
The
voice
lighting,
is
the
still
microphone.
just the same as the video. You can split and delete, or split and fade off the sound.
A little bit on the gear.
And then when you go to export, I always crank this up to 2K, 4K. I always like to have the frame rate high because it looks the best. And then I always have high on the code rate. All this means is that your file size is a little bit bigger when you go to export this video. And then you click this arrow and it'll start to export. The bigger files take a little bit longer to export. They can take a couple of minutes, so keep CapCut open on your phone while you're exporting. But that's my quick tutorial on CapCut. Hope this makes your videos a little bit easier to create. Have a great day.